What is happening? Zoup here, and today I'm going to give you tips on how to play destroyers when facing aircraft carriers. I know that CV counterplay for destroyers can be rough, and for some players very unenjoyable. As someone who enjoys both destroyers and carriers, I want to help those of you destroyer mains that are still struggling. Rather than continue to drive a wedge in the community, I think it's more important to bring solutions to the issues than to complain. So that's what prompted me to make this video. Some of you may already be doing the things I mentioned. Some of you may be doing a few, but not all. Regardless, there are things you can think about, and it's my hope that they do indeed help. I know they help me, and I usually finish at the top when I play DDs, even when a CV is present. The first advice I want to give you, if you're a struggling destroyer main, is in your ship choice. Actually, your nation choice. I know we grow attached to certain nations, but if you're open to changing or trying new things, the Royal Navy is an excellent option for countering carriers and extending your life expectancy. The reason for this lies within the vast amount of smoke charges you can get with these ships. They don't last long, but they're great because once the smoke runs out, you needn't wait long for another charge to be ready to go. Smoke is one of your greatest counters against CVs. Don't be afraid to use it, even early on, if it means it'll save you hit points. Having more smoke more often is even better, and this is where the Royal Navy comes in play. The most important tip I can give you is to turn your AA off. Yes, hit that P key. I know you may feel that you're safer with AA shielding your ship, but here are the facts. Aircraft need to be close to 2 kilometers to spot you in a destroyer. That's almost right on top of you. If you have your AA turned on, you can give your position away beyond 5 kilometers when planes might have flown harmlessly past you. When attack aircraft spot you from 2 kilometers out, they don't have time to line up their shot. They need to circle. This gives you time to smoke up. If your AA is on, the chances of being able to defend yourself are significantly less. At the beginning of a round, don't rush to the cap right away. It pays to take your time. Hang out near a heavy AA cruiser for the first few minutes. Let the battle evolve. Your team won't lose because you weren't on the cap in the first minute of the round. Watch where the enemy sends his planes. If you see him going to the other side of the map and engaging a destroyer on that side, it's relatively safe to proceed. If he heads your way, stick by the AA. If you need to, as mentioned earlier, pop some smoke. But just remember, you need to slow down. Using smoke to counter CVs effectively requires a little forward thinking. You can't do it when they're right on top of you. If you see a squadron heading towards you, you need to first slow down so you don't run out of the smoke. So often when I play CVs, I see a destroyer try to employ smoke only to run out of it. You need to be going slow before you pop it. Once in the smoke, move. If you stay where you are, that might be where the CV last saw you, and they have a chance to drop on you. If they're using torpedo bombers, they also usually drop in the center, so it might be best to get to the sides of your smoke. Once you're safely in your smoke, now you can turn on your AA and use it. But again, move around because AA points both ways. It does get harder for destroyers later in the round, especially if you're low health. This is where attack planes become much more powerful and nigh impossible to avoid. Always keep an eye on your map and your indicators. If you're capping and there are few ships left, it's a good chance you'll have planes headed your way. Hopefully you have smoke. If not, get to full speed and do your best to make yourself a hard target to hit. CVs have added a new dynamic to the game. Destroyers have to think and react more quickly now than ever before, but it's still entirely possible to be highly successful in them, even with multiple carriers in a round. I hope these tips have given you some ideas and some help. Best of luck out there. You've got this. Zoup out.